Of course, it's been a big week in Melbourne for the esports community, but even though Melbourne Esports Open was huge over the weekend, getting people together in one big space and actually playing video games competitively in Melbourne is something that we haven't had really ever. Well, there's one man who's going to try and change all that. He is the CEO and co-founder of Fortress Esports. Jon Satterley joins us on the line. G'day, Jon.
Hey.
Give us a rundown. I mean, why have you started Fortress Esports?
We aspire to create something where gamers can kind of come together and feel like they're at a home away from home.
This thing is huge and it's right in the heart of Melbourne. So can you talk us through what exactly we'll see at Fortress Melbourne?
It's technically 3 levels, but really two significant levels. One is a 900 square metre esports arena. That's the big ticket item that certainly has got a lot of attention. On that floor, you've got a stage where some of the pictures online you can see a sort of 5v5 configuration, giant screen at the back.
Yeah, it looks very high tech.
Yeah, so you got that, and then to the side of the stage you have some broadcast facilities with commentary and all the kind of things you need to ensure that the production values are up to snuff. The sort of real sexy part about that arena is the grandstand's a 200-seat retractable grandstand, so it gets pushed back and sort of goes flush against the columns, and then you can put 40 or so PCs on the floor and activate the space like a kind of makeshift LAN sort of network.
Fortress sounds like it's going to make big events like the Esports Open that much bigger and better. What kind of plans do you have for 2020? What can we look forward to?
Small things on Monday nights where it's just a masterclass in how to get better at a strategy game, right through to Friday night after work battle royales where people can come and sort of try their luck for some prizes and do that. Married to that is the obvious opportunity to bring bigger events, working with the publishers, working with ESL, TEG, the big name companies that are doing things like Kudos and doing MEO and all these big tent operations. Well, we've been talking to them and saying, hey, when you're doing a big event, why not do some preliminaries and run-ups and smaller things that we can host? We can host across the whole premises. We're licensed for 1,000 people. So, we're not going to mirror an MEO, but we can certainly run plenty of lead-in events. And so we want to be able to, chop and change and do something effectively every day and every night. So the calendar's rich with things for people to come and do, so that we're not just a static LAN cafe where it's just like a rows of computers and sort of dead silence.
It's not going to be anything like the old LAN parties that I went to when you got 2 bars there.
No, yeah, that's right. And a full kitchen, so there'll be a big menu, and we want to be able to cater for people. So table service, you're playing games and you can be brought food and drink to your table as you play.
We just got to watch those sticky fingers.
I was like, that's dangerous.
Yeah, so we've actually done a lot of thinking about what that menu might look like, because sticky buffalo wings isn't going to work. There's been a lot of talk about hygiene and talking to folks who've run LAN cafes and done that. In our world, we've been reaching out and have people advising us and all of that who've done it. How do we get the right chemistry of all those things? So there's a lot to think about.
Well, Jon, it sounds phenomenal. We cannot wait to check it out when it's up and running. I'm going to have to go down myself and throw down some Smash Brothers gauntlets to see if anyone wants to take me on, because...
we'll come down with our hard hats as well to get a preview. That'd be
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll set that up. That'll be, that's a no-brainer. We'll happily do that.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and we can't wait to see when Fortress Esports opens officially. What are you aiming for, just quickly?
So it's Fortress Melbourne, and it will be opening early February for on target with the program.
Awesome.
Sounds good, Jon. Thank you so much for your time. Just a couple of months away, so plenty to look forward to in the esports space. Fortress Melbourne, it's going to change the shape and I suppose the face of Melbourne gaming, gents. It's going to look pretty cool.
Seems that way. Thank you so much for your time, Jon.
Oh, a pleasure. Thank you.